when we actually, before we got married, we did premarital counseling. And I remember sitting down with the pastor in Beth, and we had to meet with him in his office a couple of times and talk. And he looked at me and he said, Tom, what does Beth most need from you? And, it's like being a third grader in Sunday school. Like the answer to every question is God, And so my answer was love, and he said, you got it right. And I thought, well, that's fantastic. I passed the test. Good. But really, I did understand that was in fact the case. And so I went to work, man. I thought, well, I'm gonna bag the babe, so she's gonna be mine. What do I need to do that? Because I'm gonna get it done. And I thought, she's gotta feel secure in this love that I have for her. She has to know that is in fact something that she can trust. I made it a pact in my own heart and mind at the age of, I don't know, whatever, early 20s, to never look at another woman.
And he did that. I can remember when we were in Chicago, we lived in Chicago for a couple of years, and we would walk down the street and the oddest people would pass us, but also just beautifully dressed women, gorgeous in their stilettos and everything else. And I would say to him, did you see that woman's outfit? And he would honestly have no idea what it was. And that made me feel very secure.
Yeah. So that was the goal. And what was interesting when we met with the pastor that first time, he said, Paul comes to us in Ephesians and he says to the husband, love your wife. And when he says that, what he's saying to you, Tom, is that's what the wife most needs. But then he says to the wife, and the wife must, which is mandatory language, just like the mandatory language for the man, the wife must respect her husband.
Which I got wrong, by the way, when he asked me. He asked me and I said love, and he said...
See how I didn't call her out on that? That was love.
Good. That was good. Yes, but he said, no, it's actually respect. And I've really come to understand that, as we have gone through life, and being behind him and trusting him with our lives, and when he's made decisions that I haven't necessarily agreed all the way with or have felt a little insecure about, I've respected him and the way that he leads. And I think that is very, very important for women. The Lord made it, he set it up right. It's very important for us to be behind our men and encouraging them and believing in them.
Yeah, if you think about the marriage relationship, because it's so intensely personal and vulnerable and there's nowhere to hide and all of that, what happens is this person becomes the person who knows more about you than anybody else, really. And so all of a sudden now their opinion as a result really matters to you. Perfect stranger criticizes you. Is it that big of a deal, really? There are all of these ways you can discount their opinion of you. They don't know me, they don't know. When your spouse does it, oh man, because you can't deny that they know you. And so it is powerful for good, or it can be powerfully destructive. It really, really can. And knowing as a guy that my wife believes in me and is behind me, even when I'm not sure I believe in myself at times, that's a game changer. It really is. And I know that, what you might want to say as a wife, because I've heard this and I understand it, like I really do, is you might say, well, I'd respect my husband if he was worthy of my respect. And, but the Bible doesn't come to us and say, respect your husband, footnote, if he's worthy of your respect. It just says, respect your husband. And one of the things that we've said to people as we've met with them in the past is, if you respect the husband you have, you'll see that he blossoms. He'll become a husband worthy of your respect. Like the power of your affirmation in and of itself is like water to a dying plant. It brings it to life.